As a spiritually awakened person, you have to understand that you were meant to shake up the snow globe of the world. You were meant to shake up the foundation of the worldliness that is inflicting our society with the most insidious pathologies that are out there right now. In Corinthians, it says something like, "What communion does the dark have with the light, and what the light has with the dark?" What that is really saying is that as you ascend on your spiritual path with the Most High, you will begin to discern that every single day you are growing closer and closer to physical death. Today you are one step closer to physical death than you were yesterday. Now, I don't want you to think that that's like the bad news. That's actually the good news. Believe it or not. The good news is that this physical body dies. Thank God. Because can you imagine if we were always here forever in this world? No, thank goodness that we can create better versions of ourselves and procreate. But really what I want to talk about is not lurking in between the dark and the light. Because what happens when you lurk between the dark and the light on the spiritual path? You basically invite all of the outside energy, any outside energy, it could be positive or negative, to come in and destroy what you are trying to create. If you are planting a garden, or if you are plowing a field, you want to be able to protect and put a boundary up around that garden, around that field in some way, shape, or form, right? Some people use, which I don't recommend, but pesticides as a way to do this. That way they don't have to worry about certain bugs get in, but then you have to worry about all of the pesticide poisoning and such that goes into that, which I'm just not a really big fan of that. Anyway, but the point is that there's going to be some way that you have to hold back the insects of the world from getting to the fruits of your labor. And one of the ways that you do that is not lurking in between the dark and the light. Now, there's a difference between walking the narrow path and the middle way, which the narrow path is obviously the more biblical definition and term for it, but the middle way is the more Buddhist term and the more Zen term for it. But both of these are the similar concept in neither walking toward darkness nor the light, but being neither dark nor light. And you can do this by just being who you are. Because if you are being who you are, then you are the light. You are going to be the candle that can light all of the other candles in the room that are dark. You can be the person that understands that the opportunities being presented to you are going to benefit you and the people around you. But you also have to understand that not a lot of people are going to see your opportunities as benefits for them. They're going to see you as a person that is leveling up above them. And so they're going to try to look down on you because they don't want to see you succeed. Now, I'm not trying to push isolation here, but sometimes you do have to walk the spiritual path alone. You just do. And sometimes you're going to make mistakes where it's going to cost you to be in isolation. I made a mistake by putting my faith in the wrong person, a narcissist, about 2 years ago. and they made my life a living hell for the next like 2 to 3 months. And I then realized that not everybody deserves to even be in my life. And so to this day, I'm a fairly reserved person. But I'm very open at the same time. I try to be as fluid as possible when it comes to day-to-day life, although I have set places to go. It's like I'm a stream and I'm following the stream itself. Like if the stream of life is allowing me to go this way, I'm going to go this way. And if the stream of life is allowing me to go this way, then I'm going to go that way. So it's really about understanding how to balance your own emotions and how to balance what you tell people and who you can trust. Now, I will say right now, I genuinely do not trust anyone but the Most High. Now, I have trust for people to accomplish certain tasks or certain things that they can do, but I do not trust people at all. And I actually encourage you to trust yourself and the Most High more than anyone or anything else. The reason being is that there's a lot of people out here that are trying to steal what you have. They don't want you to shake up the foundation because they're still stuck in the matrix. They are cemented into what they believe to be true, even though it is entirely false. And the reason that they don't want to wake up is because it's frightening. It is very frightening to wake up to this truth. And it's not natural to be so frightened about the truth. We're actually a very calm, nurturing spirit. We all have very calm, nurturing spirits. That's our inner nature. Our inner nature is peace, joy, and tranquility and serenity. But it's almost like we have to dig at all of the hell in order to find it. And sometimes people are just lost causes. And they're just so in the dark that even just trying to bring them in between the light and the dark would almost destroy them. Because they can't have conversations like this. They can't have conversations where they are recognizing that they might be doing something that is influencing their mental health, their physical health, or their spiritual health in a negative light. And because it's so frightening to face that fact, they will project onto you their insecurities or their falsehoods. And if you don't follow it, they're going to treat you like the alien. They're going to treat you as if you are the alien from outer space, where really you're just a normal person trying to be helpful and trying to self-improve. So keep that in mind as you're on this journey. And remember that to lurk in between the light and the dark is to be lukewarm. And to be lukewarm is to have neither God on your side nor really the devil. And the devil wants you in that position. So with that being said, choose to be the light. Peace be with you. Till next time.